Hi, budding lawyers. Prasanna Naidu here, and today we have Advocate Mohit Kalyani with us, and he is an expert in IPR, practicing it for about 3 years, right, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 साल से practice कर रहे हैं, and he'll be sharing some of the tips, or he'll be guiding you regarding how you must start your practice in IPR sector. So here we go with two. First question would be like, what is? Do you know any course which is very good for newcomers in IPR, like an LLM in IPR or postgraduate course within India from some institute or abroad? Can you suggest some?
There is a course that is itself done by WIPO. It conducts the course. That is a free course. In fact, that is a 55 hours course.
55 hours.
Uh,
So, and
you
WIPO
can go
means
for you
World
can yeah
Intellectual Property Organization,
yeah
right?
that is the World Intellectual Property Organization. It conducts the course, and that is a free course. In fact, you can go for it, and it gives you certification as itself, and it's the in-depth study of intellectual property rights, right from trademark to copyright to patents, everything with thorough study.
Okay. So, uh, tell me something about your daily schedule. Like, what, for example, if anyone comes to your office and comes to you, approaches you for registering a trademark, for
Yeah.
example. So, what are the initial steps you will take as a lawyer?
So initially, we'll first of all we need to do we need to name we need to know that what would he want to register. Is it a name or a tagline or something? So first, if the product, he'll get us the name, and we'll know that what is the product associated to it, because we need to know the class. There are various classes, so we need to know the class of under which we need the registration. It might be a service industry, it might be related to a service industry, or it might be related to a goods. So if it is related to services, we'll go through and check what services are involved. Then we'll do a public search of it. For public search, we'll have to check the records, that is there any name that is registered previously, something that is similar to it. So we'll let him know that there might be some objections or something of that sort. So if there is nothing else, or he is adamant to get it done in for that name itself, so we'll do that for it. And within a month, we get an objection from the department. Objection, that is an examination report. So in the examination report, we get to know that if the trademark has been accepted, or it has some objections. So we get 30 days after it to reply to these objections. And after these 30 days, if the
And
registrar is
does the registrar reply you in 30 days?
yeah, he replies in within 30 days after the reply is received. So if there are objections raised by the registrar, we'll reply within 30 days. We get a time frame of 30 days to reply to the objections. So if we reply within 13 days, either our reply would be accepted and a trademark would be accepted, or it would come for a hearing. That would either be a video conferencing or a hearing in person.
Okay, so video conferencing is common there.
Video conferencing is common, and we can opt when we submit our reply, we need to opt for either video conferencing or a physical reply. But most of them go for a physical reply, physical hearing.
Is there any some point because a video conference is much convenient?
We are more comfortable talking in person.
Okay, the Indian lawyers are not much
Yeah.
conversant with the new technological stuff, right? Maybe.
These technologies, if these situations keep coming up, so we'll get into this video conferencing method, like we are doing it right away.
Yeah, but this is one good point that our Indian lawyers are moving towards technology more right now. So, and I want to ask, in practice, the time frame is followed like 30 days your reply, then 30 days their reply, and or
Yeah,
is it get extended?
the thing is the examination report reply is, it comes around in 30 days, but there is no fixed time frame that examination report would come in 30 days. Sometimes it takes more than this even. But the thing is, after we get the examination report, and if there are some objections, there is a fixed time of 30 days to reply to it. if we cross that boundary, our trademark can be abandoned. Hearings sometimes take like 1.5 to 2 years to come up. So there is no time
And
for
where are these
hearing.
hearings conducted?
Hearings at the trademark office that are at either at Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi. That would depend according to your jurisdiction. Like if from Lucknow, someone who from Lucknow applies for a trademark, his hearing would happen in Delhi because it is a jurisdiction office.
Okay. And I've heard this IPAB. So what is that? Is that the appellate?
IP is a intellectual property, this appellate board, and if you are not satisfied, like if like an hearing has been done and the registrar still denies your mark, so he'll pass a resolution, he'll pass an order for it, and from with that order you can approach the IPAB. It's an appellate board. You need to approach that authority in order to if you want to get it
Agree.
done, and if you are aggrieved with that decision, you need to you need to file an appeal with IPAB within 3 months from that order.
And IPAB must be in Delhi.
No. IPAB is headquartered in Chennai, but it has various branches in wherever the trademark office is situated.
Okay. So the final appellate and after appellate
And
body goes.
if you're and then after you go to High Court. After that, the next
Okay, after not Supreme Court, it's the High Court.
go to High Court. Then.
Okay, so the High Court within whose jurisdiction it is.
Yeah, exactly. There are many aggrieved parties who go to appellate, but in most of the cases, IPAB the matter gets solved at the most at IPAB.
IPAB.
There are some complex cases when you need to appeal to the High Court.
So, do you know any lawyers who practice completely in IPAB only? Like, can you build a practice at IPAB?
What I feel is, if you need to go to IPAB as a fresher, I'm telling you, if someone wants to go to IPAB and he wants to practice in IPAB, he must start it from the scratch. From the scratch means he should know how to register a mark, because your clients would be the one who would want you to go ahead. That is the
Of
best
course,
method.
must
Yes.
be cleared.
The thing is, if you want to practice in High Court, it's beneficial to go through through district courts,
So,
because that is the method.
my question is like, if I have been to lower courts, like the lower bodies, then can I build my practice independently in IPAB? Are there any lawyers practicing like that?
Yeah, you can certainly can.
I went through a profile on LinkedIn, and you have done your LLB in taxation. So maybe you mastered as a
I
subject.
did LLB 5 years integrated from IMS School of Law, Dehradun. So then I started, my inclination was towards taxation. So I did an internship before college at a taxation lawyer in Lucknow itself. And then after I completed my law, I started working with the same lawyer that I interned with. So I wanted to get into this. I wanted to get well versed in it. And then in December 2018, yeah, December 2018, I started my own private practice.
So can you tell us like how is the subject important and how you must build your expertise and in taxation?
Taxation, there is no college that has a taxation as a compulsory subject. That is almost neglected in college. So the best way to get into this field is to get with a lawyer. Get with a lawyer who is well versed in it. You need to practice under him, and then you can get into this field. That's the best practice to do.
Oh,
So you should practice with him for like 1 or 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Then you will get the insights of this field, and then you can go ahead.
so that's
Yeah.
it is not like you.
In big law house, big tax firms that has taxation departments, that has IPR department, but sometimes it gets difficult to get in there. So it's not important that you should get into the top firms or something. You can get into some get with some advocates who are practicing independently, and there and plus if you want to be well versed in this, so there are various notifications every week. So this taxation is something that is a very dynamic subject. So you need to be well versed with all the notifications, and tax law, you know that it keeps changing every year. It keeps changing every year. So you'll have to be well versed with everything.
You must be updated with the
You
laws.
must be. You should spend time on knowledge management. That is very important.
Yeah, truly, because taxation keeps on changing. So is it like CA and CS people who study CA for CA/CS exams, they are
Hmm.
they have more like beneficial to them if they go into taxation practice?
That is very beneficial. That's like you have two major expertise. You can do the counting. It's counting yourself, and you can deal into litigation and everything. So you have procedural as well as litigation both in your hand, because for us we need to get the accounting done by the CAs or the accountants. But the if you are a CA and a lawyer itself, so you have a upper hand always. People who want to go into corporate field and who want to practice corporate law and taxation, they mainly take up CS during their BLLB, so that they have this dual thing. Because there are many firms who prefer people who are CS as well as law graduates.
Thanks, Mohit. Thanks for enlightening us, our viewers, with those insightful words. And hope I've covered most of the points which came to my mind. And hope you all liked the video. Please shoot your comments, shoot your doubts, whichever you have in the comments, so that I'll convey those questions to him, and maybe we can make some other video to clearing those doubts. Okay. Uh, any message you want to give to young lawyers, and please do tell them to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, please, you should, like I told you, that if you want to get into this field, the best thing would be get in touch with some good lawyer and start practicing with him, because that is the only key to get into this field. And you need to be well versed. You need to know the notifications, the circulars that are getting up, that are keeping, that are being, that are coming up every week. Because no, as I told you, that knowledge management is the key to this subject, because this subject is very dynamic. So it is not something that it keeps changing. So you need to be well versed every time. That's the only message I could.
And you forgot to tell them to subscribe. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. The most important thing is to subscribe to this channel, Budding Lawyers, and all the best.
Thanks for your time, and do subscribe, share the video, like the video, comment below, and yeah, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.
Bye bye.